Steve Mariucci here on the Rich Eisen Show. What's going on? Did your microphone just fall off?
Watch this. All right.
Okay.
I can hold it.
Come on, Del Tufo. Audio executive,
I just hope that you don't show that clip of Ben throwing the
We didn't do that when Kurt was here.
Kurt
Was here the other day, yesterday.
You know,
was he here yesterday? No, Tuesday?
Was he
here yesterday, yeah.
Yesterday.
Come on, audio executive.
We were going to show that one in XO Showdown just to win the thing, and then I didn't. I did the thing.
James
for the Hall
Harrison
of Fame.
one?
No, it was the next one, the Hall of Fame thing instead of that. That was a good decision.
You were going to come top rope off of Kurt on that?
Yeah, we were going to do that one, but then we decided to promote him for the Hall of Fame.
That's it.
It was from one end of the spectrum to the other.
How are you, Mooch? What's
Great,
going on?
Great week, huh?
Yeah,
great week.
Now, while I've been sitting here in the convention center, you've been a busy bee. You and Marshall went to NASA, correct? I saw photographs of you. Now, is this for game day morning? Did they show?
Yeah,
we're going to see this on Sunday for 8.5 hours.
Yeah, stay tuned because you're going to see it on game day morning.
Now, you got dressed up and
they put us in the suits? They put us in the suits.
Mm-hmm.
Suit was a little tight.
No.
And astronauts, I don't know if they're real big guys. I mean, they fit in those spaces, those small spaces. They get 7 of them in there.
Right.
But we went in the space shuttle. We drove around in that SEV rover, not SUV, SEV, and on the rocks and everything. They're going to take those.
They let you behind the wheel of,
I drove
a multi-million-dollar piece of equipment at NASA?
Multi-billion, I think. And the guy goes, it's just like driving a car. It's a joystick. It's like that. It was like, and so I drove it. Marshall drove it. We didn't crash it.
That's
it
good.
They're going to land 2 of those on Mars before the astronauts get there in 20 years. So they're going to have, it's like a couple of rental-cars waiting for them to use once they get there. It was spectacular.
That was incredible, huh?
And
that's part of Sunday game day morning. Do you know who's going to be on our set game day morning?
No.
Mark Wahlberg.
Okay.
He's going to be here.
Oh, he's been on the Rich Eisen show before.
Mark Wahlberg's going to be on the show. Steve Smith's part of the group.
He's with us, isn't he?
Well, I mean, I can't confirm or deny.
I hope he's with us.
With us, but he will be on the show. We got a lot going on. 8.5 hours.
Is any like Victoria's Secret models showing up?
Moochie!
Come on, Rich.
I have not heard yet.
Maybe it's a surprise.
Let me tell you, somebody was asking me the other day in one of the interviews that I've sat down for here at Super Bowl week, what is the biggest curveball you've been thrown on the air during a Super Bowl broadcast? And I said, that's easy. It was 2 years ago at the Super Bowl in Arizona when we were doing our rapid-fire question segment to finish up an hour. And we asked Steve Mariucci, what's your favorite Katy Perry song? Because she was doing halftime of that Super Bowl. Do you remember what you said on live NFL Network television, Steve Mariucci?
Yeah, that cracked you up, didn't it?
Do you want to repeat what you said?
Yeah, she kissed a girl and she liked it. Yeah.
That's what you said?
I couldn't get that out of my mind. It's like...
And I walked off. You remember I just dropped the mic and I walked off.
Yeah, well, you do that. How about when you walked off the set when we were interviewing Melissa Miller, okay? You guys know Melissa Miller?
That's their supermodel, one of the many.
That's one of them.
Yeah.
So I was really nervous to do that, right?
Yeah, Marissa Miller.
So we're there to start. You leave, Jamie Dukes leaves, everybdy leaves.
Yeah, because
I'm stuck by myself for 10 minutes with her, and I'm going, oh boy, what am I going to do here?
And you said, who's your favorite 49ers head coach? She goes, Bill Walsh.
And then you asked,
who's your second favorite? George Seifert. She didn't even know who I was. She didn't know who I was.
Oh, man, I love you, Mooch. Steve Mariucci here on the Rich Eisen Show. I didn't provide the photograph to our control room, but you have on your phone a photograph of Dan Quinn in your house years ago. I mean, you gave him his first career job in the NFL, right, Dan Quinn?
So
Steve?
I had a quality control coaches are like an entry-level job. That's how I started. It's how Gruden started. A lot of guys start that way. Foot in the door job. And it's like kind of like a GA in college, right? You do everything, grunt stuff, film breakdown. All right, so I had a defensive job open, quality control. Dan Quinn applied for it. 50 people applied for it. A lot of guys I knew in the league that had coached in the league full-time wanted it. Anyway, I hired Dan Quinn. And because I just felt it was a good fit, you know, I didn't want a guy.
What did you like about him?
he was willing to, first of all, he's coming from Hofstra. They don't even have football anymore.
No, they don't.
And at small schools like that, you got to grind as a coach. You got to do everything. You got to do everything.
Mm-hmm.
Sell popcorn, everything. And he was a guy that was like willing to grind 20 hours a day if he had to, learn like a sponge. And he had no ego, and he was going to just fit in easy. And I said, okay, good interview, blah, blah, blah. We interviewed 4 or 5 guys. I said, I will call you tomorrow one way or the other. And so we thought about it hard, and I said, you know what? I'm not going to go with the experienced guys. I'm going to go with this young kid because, you know what? Somebody gave me a chance. John Robinson gave me a chance with the Rams as a quality control coach at 85. I made nothing. I got lunch. That's all I got. Okay? That's how I got started. And I said, you know what? Somebody needs to give this kid a chance in the NFL, get him started in the NFL. And I got a feeling he's going to work his butt off. So I said, I'll call you tomorrow. I called him like late at night because I couldn't decide. And he answered the phone. And I said, it's Coach Mariucci. He goes, hi, Coach. How you doing? I said, let me talk to Stacy. That's his wife. Let me talk to your wife. He goes, what? Here. I said, Stace, are you guys willing to move to the left coast from back there where they were settled in, very comfortable, doing well, and move to a place that's foreign to you? Are you going to be okay with that? Because I want you to be happy, not just Dan. I want you to sign off on this too. She said, Coach, we would love to do that. I said, put Dan on. Boom. Dan, get here tomorrow. And he was hired like that, and now he's coaching in the Super Bowl. I can't tell you how proud I am of him.
And yeah,
It's awesome.
folks clapping for it. Why not? Did Mooch get a shout out from the podium?
At his podium. Actually, Del Tufo was there.
Yeah, I was right in front.
Mentioned
He
you,
mentioned your
Mooch.
name.
Did you know that Dan Quinn gave you a shout out
Yeah.
from a podium this week?
And I didn't see that, but he's a class act. He's got that team right now. They're believing in him. They believe in each other. You know, that family thing we all talk about. He's got it. He's got it going. So it's really fun.
Well, I want to take a break here on the Rich Eisen Show, and when we come back, I'm going to get your 2 cents to wrap up this show here on this day in Houston about what you think is going to happen in Super Bowl 51.
All right.
Since you are, I do believe, leading the post-season picks contest.
Who won the regular season?
That would be me, high-stepping like Deion Sanders from the 20-yard line. That's
But
what
this
I
is
did.
the postseason.
I
Now
know
turn
that.
the page.
Okay, turn the page.
This is where it matters. Right?
Again, Steve Mariucci is here. Use the hashtag RESB51. You can share all of your Super Bowl week shenanigans with us and the world, because when you use that hashtag, it runs right through our Rich Eisen Show app and website. Join us on the Audience Network, the radio on the app, and the Rich Eisen Show website, richeisenshow.com. Back with Steve Mariucci once again, and for our television-only segment, we will review the most viral video of our week and how it it will wind up with Steve Mariucci getting a parting gift from the Rich Eisen Show that you will love. Rich, Steve Mariucci hanging with us here.
Rich, I have a MyPillow. I swear to God, I have 4 of them.
You love him, right?
Yeah, they're awesome.
Look at you.
Got them up at the home and down in Del Mar.
So you've got him in both spots.
Both spots. Got to have them.
My pillows, Mooch pillows everywhere.
Yeah.
Look at that. I didn't even know that before. Want to thank Le'Veon Bell, Emmanuel Sanders, Josh Norman, Terry Crews, Howie Long, Brian Billick, Joe Buck, Terrell Davis, Dan Marino, and you, Steve Mariucci. Tomorrow's show, Michael Strahan will be here. Same with Deion Sanders, Kyle Schwarber, Chris Berman, Derek Brooks, Drew Brees, Jim Kelly, and local favorite, one Justin James Watt will be here on the Rich Eisen Show. I addressed the Houston audience for that whole thing right there.
Well, let's hear about J.J. Watt, people.
There you go. Yes, Mooch knows how to pander to an audience like nobody else. Well done, Steve. What happened? The commissioner is having his State of the State press conference.
Yeah, Roger Goodell speaking.
Dan Shaughnessy of the Boston Globe took some of the gloves off with the commissioner. This was the exchange moments ago.
Tom Brady Sr. was highly critical and personally insulting toward you last week. You've not been in Foxborough in the 2 years since the Deflategate investigation. That's your explanation strains all credibility that you needed to be in Atlanta 2 weeks in a row. It appears that you're avoiding Foxborough. The Patriots are here in this game. Back home where I live, it feels like there's still a war between the Patriots, their fans, and you. How would you characterize the situation, and is it not awkward?
I would tell you that it's not awkward at all for me. We have a job to do. We do our job. As I said, there was a violation. We applied a process and discipline. and we came to a conclusion that was supported by the facts and by the courts. So from our standpoint, we understand when fans who are loyal and passionate for a team object and don't like the outcome. I totally understand that. That's not an issue for me. And I was in Boston 2 seasons ago for 2 consecutive playoff games, the same way I was in Atlanta this year. So that happens. So from our standpoint, this is just about making sure we take care of business and do it the way that is right to uphold the integrity of our teams and our rules for all 32 teams.
Well, I know Patriot fans would love this story to just no longer be discussed, and a lot of sports fans would like it to no longer be discussed. So don't root for Atlanta, because if Atlanta wins, this Deflategate story continues. Because we'll be talking about how Brady still hasn't won since the whole thing happened, blah, 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 blah. It's not going to go away. It's not going to go, the whole thing. But if the Patriots win, this thing is completely finito, which, by the way, I can't wait for this whole Deflategate thing to be over.
What do you think, if they win, if the Patriots win, what do you think? Will it be awkward with Roger Goodell and Tom Brady on the stage at the end, handing the trophy around?
If Brady wins the MVP, then it'll be awkward, because the next day it's a press conference. It's just the two of them. Now that one would be kind of off the charts on that front. What do you think happens? I got 2 minutes left for you to. What do you think happens Super Bowl 51 with these matchups here, Steve?
So you want me to give me my pick before game day morning? Huh?
No, you can do your usual thing, which is skate on the fence and not give us a definitive answer.
I'll give you my pick for today, and then
Sure.
I have the right to change my mind.
Yes, you do.
The way I look at it, 2 great offenses, 2 great quarterbacks.
Yes.
I think there'll be a lot of points scored. The advantage is New England has a very, very good defense. They're the #1 scoring defense, but they haven't played as many good quarterbacks as some other teams have, okay?
They have not. Six backup quarterbacks.
6 backups, so that skews the numbers a little bit, but they're still pretty darn good.
Yes.
The Atlanta Falcons, Richard Smith is another guy. Not just Dan Quinn, but Richard Smith, their defensive coordinator, was on my staff, okay, in Detroit and San Francisco. He's got the youngest defense in the league. And Dimitroff and Pioli have put together some good drafts, two drafts. But 7 of those kids they drafted in the last 2 years are starting on defense. They're very young, very young. They're fast, they're getting better. But Tom Brady has played against more experienced defenses than this. So that, to me, is the difference in this game. You got a very young defense with Atlanta that plays fast. And if they make a couple mistakes, then all of a sudden the score gets away from them.
So right now
I'm leaning towards New England Patriots.
New England. Sounded like what Billick said basically earlier in the
What did
in the
Billick
show?
say?
Similar to that, I'm leaning towards New England right now.
No, Billick was
leaning towards Falcons.
Yeah.
Yeah, we got a lot of Falcons pickers today. In that regard,
A lot of Falcons?
Yeah.
I'm keeping track, so.
You are?
Yeah.
So who's New England? It sounded like
Aeneas Williams is Patriots. Kurt, DP, Willie, and Eric Davis. We're all Patriots.
so far. All right.
Who are you picking, Rich?
I reserve the right to. I don't know. I took New England in our pre-season show. I took New
I have no
England before
recollection of that.
nobody else chose New England.
Against who?
I chose New England against Carolina. That spit the bit fast.
Did they make the playoffs?
Then I replaced them with Dallas. They got one and done. And then it was time for me to back my play for the AFC Championship game, and I hopped on the Steelers.
Yeah, way to go. So is this your second year doing picks for us or first?
First. I was right out of the
God, it
gate.
seems like forever. So for 13 years, he wasn't allowed to do picks the game. Just the analysts would pick the games, right? Because we're the experts. So now he's picking games.
And I crushed all you.
And he won. You think we're ever going to hear the end of it?
No. Thankfully, I've got a show for 3 hours
Beginner's
to talk about
luck.
it. Thanks for coming on, Mooch.
The Rich Eisen Show, weekdays at noon Eastern on Audience.